Hello students, welcome to Alforce e-learning junior intermediate English class. Very pleased to appear before you once again to continue the teaching in grammar. Dear students, previously under the head of transformation of sentences we have discussed active voice, passive voice and degrees of comparison. What is transformation of sentences? To change one form of sentence into another form without changing its meaning is called transformation of sentences. A sentence can be expressed in active voice or passive voice. The meaning does not change in the same way. Positive degree, comparative degree and superlative degree. The meaning does not change. And today in this session we discuss one more grammar topic which comes under transformation of sentences, that is direct indirect speech. Direct speech, indirect speech. What is the difference between direct speech and indirect speech? The words uttered by a person or the words spoken by a person can be revealed in two ways. One is direct speech and the other one is indirect speech. Okay. So how can you be able to identify that the given sentence is in direct speech? You can come to know that now. In direct speech, the exact words delivered by the speaker are mentioned. The exact words delivered. The exact words delivered by the speaker are mentioned. In direct speech. Suppose, let me write one sentence here. He said, comma, inverted commas. Okay, I am busy now. I am busy now. These are the exact words delivered by the speaker. Who is the speaker here? He. And these are the words delivered by this man. And the words delivered by the speaker are kept within the inverted commas, with which we can come to know that the given sentence is in direct speech. Then what is revealed in indirect speech? What the speaker revealed, that is mentioned in indirect speech, but not the exact words of the speaker. In indirect speech, what the speaker delivered is mentioned. What the speaker delivered is mentioned in indirect speech. In indirect speech, the content of the speaker's words, the meaning of the speaker's words, what he spoke, that is delivered or that is mentioned in indirect speech, but not the exact words. Okay, and here I gave you an example how this is transformed to indirect speech. Here let me write the answer for this. You have already learnt this particular topic, therefore I feel it will be very much convenient for you to understand the topic. He said, we use a conjunction here that he was busy then. There are some rules we have to follow to transform a sentence from direct speech to indirect speech. Here, if you observe these two, direct speech and indirect speech, here the exact words, and these words are delivered by the speaker now. Suppose I am telling you, he said that he was busy then. This is indirect speech. His words are mentioned by me yet present, and these are the words exactly delivered by the speaker. He said, I am busy now. I am busy now. He said. This is in direct speech and this one is in indirect speech. So this is the definition of direct speech and indirect speech. You are supposed to know the difference between direct speech and indirect speech, and in the examination the sentence can be identified whether it is in direct speech or in indirect speech. You can easily come to know that it is in direct speech when it is in or when it is kept within the inverted commas. Okay, dear students, just have a glance. You should carefully observe while listening to the lecture, with which you can be able to understand very easily. Okay, there will be a reporting speech and the reported speech. Reporting speech comes first. When the reporting speech is in simple present tense or in simple future tense, let me repeat once again. When the reporting verb is in simple present tense or in simple future tense, just you carefully observe. When the reporting verb is in simple present tense when the reporting verb is in simple present tense or in simple future tense, the verb forms in reported speech the verb forms in reported speech will not change. Just you carefully observe. When the reporting verb is in simple present tense or in simple future tense, The verb forms in reported speech. When the sentence is changed from direct speech to indirect speech, the verb forms do not change. Okay, the same verb form should be written. With one example, you will have clear idea. Just you carefully observe. He says, comma, inverted commas. I do not eat NV, that means non-veg, full stop, inverted commas, closed. This is given in the examination. You will have to carefully observe the reporting verb. Here the reporting verb is in simple present tense. When this is transformed, how you write this sentence, you observe. He says that. First person is replaced by subject of reporting speech, that is he. You carefully observe here. This is in which tense? This is in which tense? You carefully observe. Do not eat. You should know the structures of tenses first of all. I do not eat. It is in which tense? It is in present tense. Okay. Again the sentence should be written in present tense only. Verb form does not change. Okay. So here it should be written, he does not eat non-veg. He does not eat non-veg. You may have a doubt. Generally students get confusion. Sir, you have changed here. You have changed. Here it is do not. Here it is does not. Both belong to simple present tense only. Here do not. Why? The subject here is I. Therefore do not. And here the subject is he. Therefore does not. The verb form is not changed. In direct speech, the verb form is in simple present tense, and in indirect speech also the verb form is in simple present tense, as the reporting verb is in simple present tense. This you should carefully observe when such a sentence is given in the examination. Now let me give you one more example related to simple future tense. She will say, comma, inverted commas, I have completed the work. I have completed the work. She will say, I have completed the work. Full stop, inverted commas, closed. Just. It is in which tense? Can anybody anticipate? The given sentence is in present perfect tense. And what is the reporting verb here? Will say. That means it is in simple future tense. When the reporting verb is in simple future tense, the verb forms of reported speech will not change. So for this, how can we write the answer? Again, you will have to write, she will say that she will say that she has completed the work. She will say that she has completed the work. Just you carefully observe the sentence here. I have completed the work is in present perfect tense. She has completed the work is also in present perfect tense. I, we, you, they, plural nouns have plus V3. He, she, it, singular nouns has plus V3. Here the sentence is in present perfect tense. Again the sentence is written in present perfect tense only. Why? The reason is the verb form is, reporting verb form is in simple future tense. Let me repeat once again, my dear students. Let it be in any tense, that should be written again in that tense only. When the reporting verb is in simple present tense or in simple future tense, the verb forms of reported speech will not change. They should be written again in the same tense when the sentence is transformed from direct speech to indirect speech. So just have a glance. All the grammar topics are interlinked. If you are thorough with tenses, you can get perfection in voice. You can be able to transform a sentence from active voice to passive voice. Okay, if you know the verb forms thoroughly, then you can write V3 form when the sentence is changed from active voice to passive voice. In the same way, here also in direct indirect speech, you should be thorough with all tenses structures. Then you can easily change the sentence into indirect speech when it is given in direct speech. When the reporting verb is in simple past tense, when the reporting verb is in simple past tense, the verb forms in reported speech will change accordingly. How? Here you see, when the verb form is in V1, that is present tense, that becomes in indirect speech V2. V1 becomes V2. Just you carefully observe. And if it is V2, it becomes had plus V3. Here it is am, is. Am, is, are, was, are, were. Just this is the table. Am or is are changed to was or were, and if it is was or were, it becomes had been. If it is do or does, it becomes did. If it is have or has, it becomes had. Okay, present continuous. Present continuous becomes past continuous. And if you take past continuous, past perfect continuous, past perfect continuous, Then if it is present perfect, I am reading and I am writing, with which you can be able to understand present perfect. Present perfect becomes a past perfect. Present perfect continuous. Past perfect continuous. And you know modal auxiliary is a shall, generally shall or will we take would. Even should also can be used. Can, could. May, might, must, had to. So these are the changes when a sentence is transformed from direct speech to indirect speech. You will have to prepare a wonderful notes. This is given, you see here. V1, V2, V2 had, V3, am, is or was or were had been, do or does, did, have or has had, present continuous, past continuous, past continuous, past perfect continuous, present perfect, past perfect, present perfect continuous, past perfect continuous, and shall or will, would, shall, should, will, would, can, could, may, might, must, had to. After all modal auxiliaries, you know the verb must be in its base form. Again here also the verb must be in its base form. When the reporting verb is in simple past tense, the changes will be like this. So we have different kinds of sentences: assertive sentences, interrogative sentences, imperative sentences, and exclamatory sentences. For all these sentences, we can write direct and indirect speech. Okay, if we take assertive sentences, first of all, just you carefully observe this table. Assertive sentences, if you take, when you take assertive sentences, said is written again said. We write said, and said to is replaced by told. Okay, and that is used as the conjunction to join this reporting and reported speeches. Very casually you can speak out number of sentences. Okay, suppose let me write one sentence here, just you have a glance. One more important point before I give you examples, let me explain. Interchange of pronouns is also very much important. Just listen, dear students. Interchange of pronouns. When you are able to change the pronoun properly, then the sentence will be correct. Interchange of pronouns. First I speak out, you carefully observe. First person. First person. What is the first person? First person is replaced by First person is replaced by First person is replaced by subject of reporting speech. Carefully observe. First person is replaced by subject of reporting speech. What is reporting speech? Which is present before comma inverted commas. Okay. First person. What are first persons? You know very well. I, comma, we. Okay. Then second person is replaced by what is second person? You know very well, you. Second person is replaced by object of reporting speech. Object of reporting speech. Sometimes object is given, sometimes object may not be given. You will have to understand according to the meaning of the sentence. Okay. And third person. What are third persons? You know very well. He, comma, she, it, they. Third person, no change. Third person, no change. First person is replaced by subject of reporting speech. Second person is replaced by object of reporting speech. Third person, no change. When you find he or she, it or they remain as it is. When a sentence is changed from direct speech to indirect speech. Here, let me write one example. He said, comma, inverted commas, I completed the work. I completed the work. Full stop, inverted commas closed. He said means here, said again he said, and these two are connected with a conjunction. That first person is replaced by subject of reporting speech. What is the subject of reporting speech here? He. Therefore, we write here he. And this one is V2. V2 is changed to had V3. Therefore, here had completed the work. He said that he had completed the work. So this is indirect speech. Here in direct speech the exact words of the speaker, and here the meaning of the speaker's words is revealed in indirect speech. And let me give you one more example. She said to me. She said to me, comma, inverted commas, comma, inverted commas, I am waiting for you. I am waiting for you. You see this particular sentence. Said to is replaced by what, my dear students? She told me that. I is which person? First person. First person is replaced by what? Subject of reporting speech. What is the subject of reporting speech? She. Therefore, you have to take she. I am waiting is present continuous tense. It is changed to past continuous tense. That means was waiting for. Then you is second person. Second person is replaced by object of reporting speech. What is the object of reporting speech here? Me. Therefore, you will have to write me as it is, and it ends with a full stop. Okay, this is within inverted commas. We can consider that it is in direct speech, and when it is transformed to indirect speech, there will be no inverted commas and there will be a conjunction which joins reporting speech and the reported speech. Let me give you one more example with third person. The teacher said to me, comma, inverted commas, I will punish them. Full stop, inverted commas closed. I went to the teacher and I told her, Madam, I am being insulted by them. Then she told me. What did she tell me here? I am telling you this is in indirect speech. The teacher told me that first person is replaced by subject, the teacher. The teacher, when we write a noun first, its corresponding pronoun is used. We don't use nouns again and again. Instead of noun, what do we use? Pronoun. Pronoun is a word which is used instead of a noun. Therefore, here we take she. Common gender it is. If the teacher is male, we can say here she. If the teacher is female, we can say here she. Okay, I wrote she. Will becomes what? Would. She would punish. Here you carefully observe. Them is which person? Third person. Therefore, no change. So it should be written again, them only. First person is replaced by subject. Second person is replaced by object. Third person, no change. You should remember this particular one, with which you can be able to remember very, very, very easily, and you can transform the sentences very easily. Words expressing nearness will be changed to words expressing distance in indirect speech. Words expressing nearness in direct speech will be replaced by the words expressing distance in indirect speech. That is to be explained, and I'll explain you that in the next session. We shall have to discuss interrogative sentences, imperative sentences, and exclamatory sentences. Okay, so with this I wind up my session, my dear students. I hope that you have understood very clearly. Okay, practice the sentences with which you will get perfection. In the next session we will discuss the remaining part of direct indirect speech. Till then, good luck.